So we're a part of this huge remote work experiment right now. So what I will say to you is that over the summer, most of our jobs were 100% remote. Clients were still completely open for candidates and job seekers to be working 100% remote. It has shifted to most of our employees are desiring that the worker go into the office at least one day a week. So they're opting for a more of a hybrid. I would say 50 to 60% of our jobs, I'm sorry, yeah, about 60% of our jobs, maybe 70% are hybrid jobs. The remaining 25 to 30% are either remote or 100% on site. So there's a really fierce competition right now for remote work because job seekers, survey after survey, prefer hybrid or remote and not on site. So if you look at that chart on this slide, the big gap is between employees who are working on site and employees who prefer to be on site. And so that's the problem right now. More people want 100% remote work than there are remote jobs available. Okay. So this is a delicate balance right now for employers. There's very differing views by gender, by age level, by management level. There's pay and tax issues around 100% remote work. So if I'm hiring somebody who's working 100% remote, I'm a DC office, but I'm hiring somebody who works in remote Virginia, should I be paying them DC rates, or should I be paying them remote Virginia rates? So there's a lot of questions out there. There's tax issues, how people should be taxed if they're working from home, where should they be considered located? And then there's also what I call like a location bias. Some companies, they don't care where you live, especially if you live in a place where they can perhaps lower the rate for you to hire you. Other companies do care. So even though you might be you might be qualified for a job, if you're not living in the location of the employer, they don't want to hire you. And that's true for us. We only work with job seekers in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And part of it has to do with the tax burden on us as a company by hiring people who work in other states. But just to make sure that you kind of have a sense of all of this, it's more complicated than you might think.